me show you a little Sammy.
Sammy has it. Touchdown. A double move by Sammy Watkins. And there's Orange in the end zone.
Woo!
I'm back.
He's back.
Sammy Watkins, 57 catches last year after 82 as a freshman. Joining me now to answer 3 burning questions that Clemson football fans have, Will Vandervort with the ClemsonInsider.com. Let's start with Sammy. He was an All-American as a freshman, Will. Then he got into offseason trouble a year ago, and Nuke Hopkins became Tajh Boyd's go-to guy. What did you see from Sammy Watkins this spring?
Well, a lot of things. Maturity, for one thing. Sammy really talked about this spring how he last year he went into the season, he kind of took things for granted and was surprised that the defense is keyed on him the way that he did. And he says what that showed is that he needs to work harder. And that's what he went into the offseason doing, and that's what he's done since. Actually, him and Tajh have been working a lot together just to kind of get on that same page that Tajh Boyd and Nuke Hopkins were on the last couple of years. And I think that's going to pay dividends for Sammy Watkins. Also, the big move is they moved him to boundary, the same position that Nuke Hopkins has played the last 3 seasons at Clemson. Now Watkins is moving over there, which I think opens up a lot of things for the Clemson offense, especially over on the field side, because with Sammy over there, that's going to force double coverage, and it's going to allow some of those young wide receivers on the field side to actually maybe try to make some plays.
All right, talking about Tajh Boyd, question number 2. Are Dabo Swinney and Chad Morris asking him to do anything more or different in year 3 as a starter and potentially as a top Heisman candidate?
Well, actually, he's getting a little more liberty than he has in years past. And what I mean by that is Tajh is able to go up to the line. If he sees something he doesn't like, there's a set amount of plays that he knows that he can check right into immediately and go to that without having to actually look over to Chad Morris to see what he wants to do. So that's a little bit different things they're asking him to do. One of the things also is to take care of the football a little better. He improved last year from the year before, but they like to see that get a little bit better this year, especially when you consider Tajh Boyd is one of the top 5 Heisman candidates coming into this season, and he's a guy by mid-season could break several ACC records by the pace that he's been going on so far. So, I look at Tajh Boyd to be one of the better quarterbacks in college football.
All right, so Tajh Boyd calling some of his own plays this year. Question number 3. Year 2 with Brent Venables as defensive coordinator. What should we expect from the defense?
I think they're going to be much improved. Clemson's front 7, especially if you watch the last 6 games of the year, got so much better as the course of the season went on. And they finished with 27 sacks in the last 6 games. That allowed them to finish 20th in the country overall. The defensive front in particular, when you look at guys like Grady Jarrett, DJ Reader, Josh Watson, they're so deep at defensive tackle, it's really going to allow them to do some different things that they haven't been able to do in the last couple of years because these guys are a year smarter in the system. They understand what's going on. And I think that's going to take some of the pressure off the back end where that is where the question mark lies with Clemson is in the secondary. They ranked 71st in the country in pass defense last year. And part of that reason, I think, was because the first part of the season they were still trying to find their own at defensive tackle.
Will Vandervort with TheClemsonInsider.com. Thank you. The Tigers open up the season at home against Georgia on Saturday, August 31st. It's their first meeting since 2003.